Hello, I'm Carolyn Baker, and I would like to welcome you to this little video that we are making today to inform you about our Advanced Practices group. Many of you attended the Foot in Two Worlds Summit that we held in February, and many people who attended that summit said, I want more follow-up, I want more tools. This was a great beginning. You know, I started to cut my teeth, but I'm ready to sink it now into real meat and potatoes, so to speak. So that's what we have for you in the coming weeks, as we have devised an advanced practices group, because we realize that it is not enough to just get information. It's not enough to just come on a webinar and have some really rich discussion as we did in February. Now we want to take this deeper to the next level, to create community, and above all, to create physical, emotional, and spiritual resilience as we navigate these times. Dean, what do you think about this?
Well, Carolyn, I couldn't agree more, and I've had to call it on myself a few times recently that on a daily basis, I'm again shocked that I am shocked about what's going on in our world. I'm shocked at the depth of the negative news we're getting about the environment and the acceleration of metrics that I've been hoping against hope were not accurate for so long now. And you know, the political scene is so completely disempowering and polarized, and it's a predicament all of its own, that the political realm. But I think, you know, the piece that's really been breaking my heart recently is that there are a number of folks who have really been involved with this, being collapse aware, being aware of just that things are not right with our world. Wherever their focus is, they've got that sense of it, and that's what's drawn them to the kind of programs that we do with Living Resilience and so on. But a number of folks have been really struggling. Folks who have been around the block with this, they know what they're talking about, and they've usually been able to kind of somehow endure. And for many folks, that's not enough anymore, because just being collapse aware doesn't guarantee us any more resilience. It doesn't guarantee us any more innate skill or capacity to be present in the face of these predicaments. So people are hurting.
And you know, for 10 years, I've been writing books on collapse. And at the end of every single chapter in my book have been practices or exercises, tools that people can use. And I've always said, that probably people wouldn't really get invested in building their resilience until things got really bad. Well, things are really bad now. And there are still some folks who are not paying attention. And so we've created this group so that folks can come in and they can work with each other. And you know, I really want to emphasize how important it is to work with each other. You know, I could put practices out there in my books and people can struggle with those on their own. But here is this wonderful opportunity to come together with other people and work on it together. You've got each other holding our hands as we do this. And then, you know, one of the things you and I are offering also in addition is one-on-one coaching or even group coaching, where you and I are able to hold people's hands. And we do this together in a really supportive way.
Yeah. You know, I have a kind of a fantasy eventuality that I want to show up in this work, if at all possible, is what you just mentioned about group coaching. There's no question that individual coaching is needed, because part of the work that we're talking about, especially the shadow-oriented work, is just by its definition not possible to do on our own. We must have external eyes to be able to see in our blind spots. But the same thing can be said for groups that want to work together or be together, from families to neighborhood groups to businesses to whatever the excuse is for people to be together. There's an extraordinary opportunity to learn, be coached, to expand capacities in the face of this predicament-laden world. That to me is an extraordinary opportunity. That's the kind of thing that can really make an intervention into those folks that I was just mentioning, who are finding themselves so in despair, so heartbroken with nowhere to go and no one to connect with about that. So I've got high hopes for that, not just the individual coaching and the individual advanced practices, but eventually having that grow into group practices.
Yes. Yes, I agree. So we're going to be starting this in the middle of April.
You know, when that starts up, Carolyn, is the 18th and the 25th of April. We're doing a compressed or condensed introduction to this advanced practices group. And we're going to be doing them 1 week right after the other. And we're also not going to be charging for this. It's just going to be anyone, first come, first serve, who signs up for this. We'll get you the materials that you need to start up with us and to participate for the last half of April. And for you to be able to get your toe in the water to see if you would then want to continue on a subscription basis for May, June, July, and into whatever the amount of future engagement you wish.
Yeah,
so this is the Advanced Practices Group. I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. And the fact that this is free for the first 2 sessions on a donation basis, if you want to give, with regard to the gift economy, if you'd like to contribute something, that would be great. But we're not charging. We will after the month of April. But here's a wonderful introduction to see how this feels, to really get a sense of what this is like. This will be an ongoing subscription-based event that happens twice a month. And wow, it's like, here are these incredible tools, and you're going to get our support and the support of the group to help you use them.
We have a lot of other offerings this year, a couple of live things coming up later in the year. And we have a number of online things that I'm really, really excited about. Some more summits, but very specifically focused on this kind of advanced practices work. What I predict is that people who engage on a regular basis with their, first form whatever their practices are going to be, and then work them on their own and work them with their cohort in the advanced practices group. I think these are the people that are gonna really reap the most benefit. And there's a possibility that they can point themselves toward what you and Andrew Harvey articulate so well in Return to Joy. There's a possibility of, in that atmosphere of doing that important inner work together, that there could be a bit of core joy involved.
Right. Yeah. If there isn't some core joy involved, what's the point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to be having, we'll be sending out to our mailing list all of the information about this and putting it on my website, as well as our Mutual Living Resilience Net website. And we really want you to join us, because I think we're going to have a great time, as well as go deep and do some powerful work together.
Carolyn, always a pleasure to talk with you. And I look forward to any questions that y'all might have. The email addresses will be on all that promotional material that's going out. Please send us an email or give us a call if you have questions about this. And we look forward to seeing you there.
Absolutely. Thank you.